Once upon a time, a pencil and an eraser were having a conversation about each other's job. Both of them were praising each other for their hard work. Both of them knew that they are nothing without each other. Soon, the pencil started to draw a straight line. The eraser was looking at the pencil. All of a sudden, the pencil lost its balance, and the straight line created by the pencil was ruined. Now, the pencil got very sad because she knew that the eraser would have to suffer because of her mistake. The pencil said to the eraser, "I am so sorry." The eraser did not know what the pencil was talking about, so he asked, "For what, my dear friend?" "I am sorry you get hurt because of me. Whenever I make a mistake, you are always there to erase it. But as you make my mistake vanish away, you lose a part of yourself and get smaller each time," cried the pencil. On hearing this, the eraser replied, "That is true, but I don't really mind. You see, I was made to do this. I was made to help you every time when you did something wrong. Even though one day I know I will be gone, but I am actually happy with my job. So please, stop worrying. I will not be happy if I see you sad. Thank you."
On one occasion, an expert in the law stood up to test a teacher of faith. "Teacher," he asked, "what would I do to hurt eternal life?" "What in all?" he replied. "How do you read it?" he answered. "Love the Lord your God with all your heart, and with all your soul, and with all your strength, and with all your mind. And love your neighbor as yourself." "You have answered correctly," the teacher replied. "Do this and you will live." But the law expert wanted to justify himself, so he asked the teacher, "And who is my neighbor?" In reply, the teacher said, "A man was going down from Jerusalem to Jericho when he was attacked by robbers. They stripped him of his clothes, beat him, and went away, leaving him half dead. A priest happened to be going down the same road, and when he saw a man, he passed by on the other side. So too a Levite, when he came to the place and saw him, passed by on the other side. But a Samaritan, as he traveled, came where the man was, and when he saw the man, he took pity on him. He went to him and bandaged his wounds, poured on oil and wine. He put it on his own donkey, brought him to an inn, and took care of him. The next day, he took out 2 denarii and gave them to the innkeeper. "Look after him," he said, "and when I return, I will reimburse you for any extra expense you may have." Which of these 3 do you think was a neighbor to the man who fell into the hands of robbers? The expert in the law replied, "The one who had mercy on him." The teacher told him, "Go and do likewise." Thank you.
Many people have aloe vera plants in your home. People have been growing aloe vera for thousands of years. People have used aloe vera to help with health problems as long as 2100 BC. Aloe vera is a plant that is usually found in hot, dry places. It has long green leaves, and it is a very hard-working plant. It can be used to help cuts or burns. Aloe vera also cleans the air around it, bad and can come from paint on the walls of houses. Aloe vera can make the air clean again. Aloe vera is also a good plant to help your room and help you sleep. If the air you breathe out, the plant's lung is on clean air that you breathe in. Growing an aloe vera plant at home is very easy. You can buy a plant at a store. Putting it in a place has plenty of sunlight. Water plants during the spring, summer, and fall. If you want more aloe vera plants, you can your spray are part of the aloe vera plant. You can put this in the ground to grow again. Thank you.
Long, long ago in the forest, there were dozens of tall and beautiful trees. They were very happy but proud of themselves. Among them there was also an ugly tree whose branches were badly twisted. Its roots had iron curves. How are you, hunchback? All the trees made fun of that ugly tree and made the ugly tree feel sad. One day, a woodcutter came to the forest. He took a look at the trees and said, "These trees are lovely, I must cut them. Chop, chop, chop." Went to the woodcutter's axe, and one by one the trees started to fall. "Now what's this going to spare?" screamed one of the beautiful trees. Soon that tree too was brought to the ground by the woodcutter's axe. By now, the woodcutter had come near to the ugly tree. Then he noticed how crooked the ugly tree was. This crooked tree seems to be useless for me. I cannot make long straight stalks of this ugly tree, he thought, and he moved toward another beautiful tree. The ugly tree heaved a huge sigh of relief. He realized that he was spared from the woodcutter's axe only because he was crooked and ugly. From that day, the ugly tree was happy with his crooked branches.
是第一名的孩子讲得这么好。
One day, Einstein had to speak at an important science conference. On the way there, he told his driver those the big like him. "I'm sick of all these conferences. I always say the same thing over and over." The driver agreed and said, "You're right." As a driver, I attended all of them. And though I don't know anything about science, I could even give the conference in your place. "That's a great idea," said Einstein. "Let's switch places then." So let's switch clothes, and they soon they arrived. The driver just and Einstein go on the stage and start giving the usual speech, while the real Einstein just said the car driver attended. But in the crowd, there is one scientist who wants to impress everyone and think a very difficult question to ask Einstein, hoping he won't be able to respond. So that scientist stand up, interrupt the conference by posing his very difficult question. The whole room goes silent, holding their breath, waiting for the response. The driver looked at him, dead in the eye, and said, "Sir, your question is so easy to answer that I'm going to let my driver reply to it for me." Thank you.
Today my friend asked me a question. What would you do if you were a tree? Trees are one of my favorites. They are one of the most essential and useful things in this world. I always love the thick coconut trees around my house. If I were a tree, I would have provided shade and nests to who live around me. Birds would have found a sweet home inside me. I will inhale lots of carbon dioxide and exhale fresh oxygen for all living things around me. My legs will penetrate deep into the soil and will suck water through my roots to quench my thirst. I will produce beautiful flowers and fruits, and lots of children will come and play with me. I can imagine children climbing my body, poking and eating fruits and playing beautiful swings. I will make us surrounding school and also how to produce rain. More interesting, I will be watching all of you from the top, as I will be the tallest in our surroundings.
Sherlock's home and Dr. Watson are on a camping trip. It is always good to get away from the city and spend a little time in the great outdoors. On the night before they go back to the city,
They stayed at a camp by the lakeside. In the middle of the night, Holmes nudges Watson awake and says, "Watson, look at the sky and tell me what you see." Dr. Watson tried to nurse Sherlock's hope, but he knew his friend will never stop until he gets the answer he wants. After Dr. Watson struggled to open his sleepy eyes, he answers, "I see millions of stars, my dear Holmes." "And what did you infer from the stars?" said Sherlock Holmes. "Well, a number of things," Dr. Watson says, lighting his pipe. "Astronomically, I observe that there are millions of galaxies and billions of stars and planets. Astrologically, I observe that Saturn is in Leo. Horologically, I deduce that the time is approximately 3:15. Meteorologically, I expect that the weather will be fine and clear. Theologically, I see God is all-powerful and made his creation small and insignificant." "What about you, Holmes? What do you infer from the stars?" "Dear Watson," said Sherlock, "obviously someone has stolen our chat."
One day the wolf was very hungry. Then he found a dead bird. "Aha, what a luck! Now I can eat all I want." Suddenly, a piece of bone got stuck in his throat. He tried to cough it out, but it didn't work. "Oh, the bone in my throat hurts. What can I do now?" Suddenly, he remembered that a crane lived nearby the river. Then the wolf went to the crane and said, "My dear crane, if you put it on my throat with your long beak, I'll give you a present." The crane asked the wolf to look up with his mouth open. Then the crane put its head into the wolf's mouth and pulled out the bone. "Phew, what a relief," the wolf said. "Now, where's my present?" asked the crane. "What present?" the wolf said. "You say that you will give me a present in my mother bone from your throat," said the crane. "Isn't it a present that you put your head in my mouth and got out alive?" said the wolf. There once was a clown who was very thirsty. He saw a bit of water at the bottom of the top clay pitcher, but his beak was too wide and the pitcher was too thin to poke his dirty tongue down in. "What shall I do?" thought the crow. "I think and think. I must get myself a drink." "Aha!" as Claude an idea came to him. He took a pebble in his beak and dropped it into a pitcher. Plop, plop, he dropped some more in. On and on he went. One by the pebble fell, slowly making the water get higher until he could drink the water with his beak. "Ah," he said as he took a drink. "No problem, too big when I think and think."
"Dad, are bugs good to eat?" asked the boy. "Let's not talk about something at the dinner table, son," his father replied, and they enjoyed their dinner. After their dinner, the father asked, "Now, sir, what did you want to ask me?" "No, nothing," the boy said. "There was a bug in your soup, but now it's gone."